Hey now, what's up guys? I just got done watching, you guessed it, Sharknado 2. This was a 2014 horror film, or a TV movie that was on Sci-Fi. And do I even need to begin to talk about this plot? Really? Really? What's the point? At least we got the two same main characters, Ian Ziering as Finn, and Tara Reid as his ex-wife, who I guess they're trying to reconcile. You see them at the very beginning of the movie. They're on an airplane. They're going to New York to visit his sister and her family. Until while they're on the airplane, what happens? You guessed it! A storm or a tornado or hurricane of sharks attack the plane. Chaos happens until when they get to New York, the storm is going to hit New York. My God, this movie. I know I said in my review for the first one, in case you haven't watched that movie is dumb, it's idiotic, it's over the top, it's this and it's that, but I still had fun with it, I still enjoyed it. This one, I can't say it's more dumb, because that would be a dumb statement by saying that, oh, this is more dumb. I mean, how much dumber can you get? But I didn't enjoy it as much. And I think if I could put this into words, if I could make this make sense, I'm going to try. But the first movie was dumb, but it knew it was, and it was having fun with it, and you kind of have fun with it. This one, yeah, it knows it's dumb. Yeah, they're clearly having fun with it. But it's almost like, you know, when you find this underground band or maybe like a really underground movie that nobody else has really seen, but you love it. You're like, this is cool, this is awesome. And then they go mainstream. Or then a whole bunch of other people discover it. And it becomes this mainstream thing that it sort of loses that funness that was about it. For example, this movie, like I said, you have Ian Ziering. He's fine, I guess. You have Tara Reid, who, sure, I criticized her acting in the first movie, but this one, at least, they tried to redeem her character. At least they made her somewhat of a badass. I mean, look, you look at Tara Reid, do you think badass? Not really. But at the beginning of the movie, she gets her hand bitten off by a shark on the plane. And I love how when she's in the hospital, she's telling Ian Ziering that it's almost as if the shark knew who I was. I'm like, fucking hell, man. Okay, I mean, I know in the first movie, Nova got swallowed whole by a shark. Ian Ziering coincidentally went inside that same shark, not only chainsawed his way out, but pulled her out and saved her. I know. Logic is well out the window. So yelling at this movie about logic would be dumb. What I was talking about as far as it goes mainstream and it gets bigger and it becomes this other thing is you get so many cameos, so many celebrities in this movie. The first movie didn't, I mean, maybe there was a couple people, one or two, that showed up and was a surprise and then got eaten. But this one, it's cameo galore. We have Kelly Osbourne as a stewardess on the airplane, Andy Dick as, I think, a reporter, Billy Ray Cyrus, Biz Markie, Jared from Subway, Matt Lauer, and Al Roker. Yes, you see them, which this might be the best sort of cameos that they have, because, I mean, I look at these two guys, and I sort of think that they're, like, above this. Like, I can't believe they convinced them to do this. But they're in this movie as themselves, doing the Today Show and doing updates and reports about this tornado with sharks as if it's a serious, real thing. You have Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan. So, again, they just... You see all these people in here, and that's when it becomes too much. That's when it becomes like, okay, guys, these movies are now about, let's see who we can get to be in this movie. Hell, to let you know what type of sequel this is, Richard Kind plays this baseball player who, you know, I mean, an older baseball player who hits a shark with a baseball. And I mean, not just like hits them. I mean, he hits a fucking home run with this shark. You have Mark McGrath as the husband of Ian Ziering's sister. So, Mark McGrath, when I saw him in this, I barely recognized him. I mean, it's not like he looks bad. It's just, he looks so much like Ethan Hawke. It's scary. Like, if he dyed his hair dark, they would look identical. I would have thought Ethan Hawke was in this movie. Vivica Fox is here, and I'm not going to pretend like I can't believe she's here. I'm not going to pretend like I can't believe her career has gotten to this point, because I never really thought much of her as an actress. But she wasn't bad in this movie either. I couldn't help, though, while watching her, thinking, where's Nova? I like Nova. I did. And maybe it would have been far-fetched to, since they are in New York this time around, why would she randomly come with them or show up there? This is Sharknado. Since when does logic have to do with anything? Who cares that it wouldn't make sense for her to just show up? You could easily just say, hey, I happen to be visiting here too. I don't give a fuck. I miss Nova. She was the most badass character in the last movie. Even Kurt Angle, for anybody who might watch wrestling or was a fan of WWE, Kurt Angle is in this movie as a random firefighter guy. I don't know. The CGI is just as bad as it was before, if not worse. I will give them credit for changing the setting. Them taking place in New York this time around was refreshing in a way, but I couldn't help but notice how certain scenes where you saw the main characters and they're freaking out and they're like, oh my god, what are we going to do? This big storm is happening. We need to go into stores and grab supplies and grab bombs or do this and that. And you see people in the background just lollygagging around, going about their everyday life like nothing's happening, like there isn't killer sharks all the way around or the storm is happening. Like the actors are the only ones freaking out, and then the people in the foreground who are clearly not a part of the movie, they're just walking around in New York, are not worried, not running around, not scared. That took me out of this a little bit. So again, I don't know what more to say. Sharknado 2, the second one. I can appreciate the cheesiness. I can appreciate that they know what this is. They're not trying to be anything better. At this point, just the fact that they made this movie is almost giving it a pass. But at the same time, I can't pretend like I enjoyed it as much. Maybe it hurt that I watched these back to back, so by the time I got to the second one, I was just kind of like deflated with the idea. The novelty wore off, and I didn't care as much. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw Sharknado 2, the second one. What do you think of it? Like, comment, subscribe. Later.